Royal Caribbean announced Wednesday that it will cancel its Adventure of the Seas cruise, which was scheduled to depart from San Juan, Puerto Rico, on September 30 and sail to various islands in the Caribbean, to free up the cruise liner to dock in ports in San Juan and on the U.S. Virgin Islands of St. Thomas and St. Croix to aid in relief efforts. The ship will bring donated supplies to each port and bring evacuees from the islands to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, ahead of ship's next scheduled cruise on October 6. The company said it will give full refunds to the customers who were booked on the September 30 cruise, including for payments for onshore activities. On top of that, Royal Caribbean will offer a 25% cruise credit for those who rebook trips within 30 days. Hurricane Maria caused island-wide destruction on Puerto Rico, leaving much of the U.S. territory without electricity and in dire need of aid. According to the Department of Defense, about 44% of the island's population is without drinking water. The priorities right now are continued life-saving action, meaning the delivery of commodities, restoration of power to critical infrastructure and of communication abilities, and restoration of fuel, William Buher, Director of Public Affairs at the Federal Emergency Management Agency, told HuffPost on Tuesday. President Donald Trump increased the federal funding for disaster response efforts in Puerto Rico this week and is scheduled to visit the island on October 3. That island was hit as hard as you can hit, Trump said Tuesday. Literally, houses are just demolished. It was like tornadoes. It was like having hundreds of tornadoes. Royal Caribbean said the company recently dispatched its Majesty of the Seas and Empress of the Seas ships to help with relief efforts after Hurricanes Irma and Maria. We have been such a part of the Caribbean and South Florida communities for so many decades. We are worried and anxious, Royal Caribbean CEO Michael Bailey told the Miami Herald earlier this month while the company's cruise ships were assisting with Hurricane Irma relief efforts. At the end of the day, we want to try to help as much as we can, Bailey added. So far, the company has assisted with evacuating 1,700 people and bringing tens of thousands of supplies to hurricane victims across the Caribbean and in Florida, according to its website. Puerto Rico was still reeling from the devastation caused by Hurricane Irma, which left $1 billion in damages, when Maria made landfall on the island September 20. Find out how you can help the victims of Hurricane Maria and Puerto Rico's recovery efforts here.